Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Roberto Perez, your sales coach, bringing you some awesome tips. I'm doing awesome. I'm so glad that you could join me today, and I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm just going to get right into it. So, this is the first video about how to have a good, positive sales meeting. So, I want to get right into it. Don't forget, this is all about everyone making more money and just being a little bit happier than we are. Obviously, you know that when you're on a roll, you're on a roll, and everybody's happy when everyone's being successful. So, as a sales manager, you want to make sure that you're in charge of your sales meeting, and you want to make sure that you're bringing positive energy to all your sales meetings. You want to make sure you guys are always staying positive, and that you're bringing some good, positive, motivational things to your meetings. So that's all we focus on, and this is what we're going to address. I'm going to tell you why positive meetings are so important and why they work. One of the first things about sales meetings is that if you have a sales meeting that's positive, your sales guys are going to respond way better to you. These are good motivational things that you can do. If you're struggling with your meetings, if you guys aren't hitting your targets, if you want to bring more motivational energy to your meetings, these 7 points are going to be awesome for you. I can tell you these points really work. First, I'm also going to tell you why positive sales meetings work. Throughout your sales meetings, when you generate positive motivation, you'll have better results from learning of all your successes. The one thing that's easy to miss sometimes is when things are going right and people are doing the right things. So make sure that you're celebrating those successes and you're doing it in public. And even when you're just talking about it, so you want to keep your eyes open, you want to watch what's going on the sales floor. And if you have a success story that you can share at your sales meeting, that's a great time to bring something up. Now, the other thing to remember is if you have somebody who's not producing great results, you're going to want to address that privately. You don't want to bring something like that up in a meeting. Now, one of the things is if you have someone who's not performing where you need them to be, it's probably their lack of confidence because they don't have the right skills to produce the results that they need to. So focus on positive results, focus on everything that is going right. So here's the 7 points. The first one is you're going to want to have command of your meeting. You don't want to have, wishy-washy meetings. You want to make sure guys are on time. If your meeting starts at 8 o'clock, make sure you either close the door at 8 o'clock. You can still have fun with this. We used to make our guys bring coffee or bring donuts for everybody if you're late. But, it's still pretty serious. You don't want to be late for a meeting. So there's got to be some pretty solid ground rules around your meeting. It's got to be a big deal. The sales meeting, the weekly sales meeting, it's got to be a big deal. The second point that you want to have clarity. You want to have a good, solid agenda. You know where you need to be. You know what the targets are. You want to share that with everybody. Far too many times I've seen sales managers, they take on the responsibility and the pressure all on their own. I bring those targets right into the showroom every time. This is where we are, guys. This is where we need to be at the end of the month. As a dealership, that also creates cohesion. Everyone starts working together to meet that one big goal. And it's kind of nice at the end of the month when you meet your target or blow past it, and everybody can kind of celebrate and take part in that, right? Also, like having an agenda. In my sales meetings, I used to have just a sales meeting agenda, and that way I would take notes and I would bring those notes. And if we talked about something that was important on one Saturday morning meeting, I would expand on that the next Saturday by taking notes and keeping just a notebook on your sales meeting. I think it's going to help out quite a bit. Okay, so the third point, okay, this is the most important. Motivate. The most important thing about a sales meeting is that you want to motivate your sales staff. So many times I've seen sales managers go into angry rants about something somebody did the week before. Here's what happens. Most of the times, it's only one person who's responsible for having done something. Again, you're going to want to address those things privately. What you don't want to do is kind of hold everybody accountable for somebody's mistake. So even though we're trying to build that team atmosphere, you're going to find that if you're getting to a slump of using your sales meetings to give somebody crap or give your sales people crap, you're going to have a disconnect and people are not going to like their meetings. And it's actually going to deflate them. You're going to have deflated salespeople. Salespeople get spun so easily. You got to make sure you're not using your sales meetings to give somebody a heck about something, right? Okay. So, fourth point, listen and share. I used to love having sharing circles. We'd go around the boardroom and we would share success stories. It's about sharing positive stories, and you want to let the sales guys tell their own success story. Especially if you have some good salespeople on your team, you want to let them tell you how they achieved what it was. Maybe they dug really deep to get a deal. They were working hard. If you watched a lot and you watch for those success stories, you can bring them up and share them, and you could say, "Hey, listen, I saw how you got that deal. You worked pretty hard on it. Why don't you tell us about it?" And your sales guy, he's going to feel good about it. He's going to share that story, and everyone's going to learn from it. So your green guys, your guys that are not that haven't been in the business for very long, they're going to learn from that story, and hopefully generate their own success story from having learned that. So let's go to the fifth point. The fifth point is the trading circle. It's always good to have a trading circle. Go around the room and ask your sales guys, you got a trade coming in? What is it? What year is it? How many kilometers? That kind of thing. There's a couple of things that are going to happen here. First of all, your sales guys are going to start paying attention to what trade-ins are coming in, that they're bringing in, because they know that they're going to need to talk about it at the next week's meeting. And then the second good thing that comes out of that is that they'll also be informing everybody firsthand as to what's coming in, so that everybody knows and everyone's on the same page. So having a trading circle. Now, if you followed all these steps through the meeting, you're going to get to the point where you can bring up the housekeeping stuff. That's keeping the customer parking clear, keeping the lot clean, tagging trades, dealer plates, whatever is going on for you in terms of operations. You're going to want to address this kind of thing at this point as a sort of an operating at peak performance. Look, guys, we need all the plates, blah, blah, blah. Everyone wants to have a great day. Let's make sure that, customer parking is clear. So you want to address those things, not in a negative way, but in a way that it'll produce success and successful. You want to address it in a way that's going to produce success for everyone. And then this brings me to my last point, number 7, SPiffs. If you're part of the large percentage of dealerships that uses money or some kind of bonus SPiffs, incentives to give their sales team, a great way to end your meeting is by handing out that SPiff. You're going to get everybody fired up. Everyone's going to go out there after that meeting. And if you don't, you want to use SPiffs in a group setting like that, where everybody gets to witness what's going on. Everyone's going to get excited, riled up about it, and go out and sell more vehicles. Anyways, those are my 7 points. So I'll just go over them quickly just to recap everything that we've talked about here. So number 1 is have command of your meeting. Make sure you have some ground rules. Number 2, have a clear agenda to your meeting. Have clarity. Number 3, motivate. You want to motivate your sales staff. Make sure you're not using it as a crap meeting. You want to make sure that you're motivating your guys. Stay positive. Number 4, have a listen and share moment. Share those success stories with everyone. Let everyone share their success stories. That's the main point. And number 5, have a trade-in circle. Have your guys go around the room, talk about the trades that are coming in. Number 6, go over your housekeeping rules as a peak performance point. And then number 7, hand out your SPiffs, hand out some money, and everybody go out there and make some money. I'll see you next week. I'm going to be bringing you some awesome tips on prospecting in today's market. It's going to be awesome. You're not going to want to miss that. Take care.